And anyway, someone take a hello, whoever's here. I know I am competing with Chris at Simply Classic. I didn't think about that when I planned this. I actually wanted to do this Tuesday night, but I ended up working until almost 7 Tuesday night. So, oh, I lost whoever was here, which is fine. It's fine. Okay. I'll just get set up and get going so we are not up doing this until midnight. It's fine. But I have competition. I know Siah's been sewing. I don't know if she's done yet or not. So let me see if Siah is still on. Because I know nobody's going to show up while she's on, which is fine. Totally, totally fine. Did she finish her bag? I don't see. Let me see if she's still live. Nope, she's done. Okay. Oh, hello. Hi, Sharon. Oh, she's done. Thank you, Sharon. I'm like, I seen that when I was trying to set my live up, and I'm thinking, oh, Siah's on. That's okay if nobody shows up. I'd be watching her too if I didn't have to hurry up and finish dinner. I worked late, and then I had to finish dinner, and I lost track of time. So, and then Chris is on. That Simply Classic is on right now, and I didn't even think about that when I scheduled this, but I haven't had a live in a while, so I wanted to sew this bag up. I had it cut out to do this one as a live, but I decided to go ahead and sew it, and then I really liked it, so then I did want to do a live. So I reached out to Phoebe at hi Jacqueline. I reached out to Phoebe from Hallel Patterns and asked her, and she was very happy that I would do a sew for her bag. So I appreciate Phoebe for allowing me to do this. This is the Everly bag. I seen this Heather Mayhem. She did a tutorial on it, and that's where I seen this at. Plus the name caught my attention. I have a great niece her name is Everly, and she loves pink. So this is for Everly, not really for Everly, but she's got a pink. She has a pink Annabelle, a pink quilted Annabelle. That's Everly's bag. But anyway, so this is made out of Tulip Bees faux reel. When Siah was cutting out her bum bag the other night, I can't remember, I think it was last night, and she was talking about should she interface it or not, and I'm like, you don't need to interface it. This is not interfaced. This is her faux reel. This is not interfaced. So if you've got a small bag, you don't need to interface the faux reel. That's how awesome this stuff is. This is the Siah Pink, and then this is, I think it's Concrete Gray. The inside of this particular bag, that is from Zipper Valley. It's really, really thin, and it's not good for pockets. So I use the Ballerina Pink from Tulip Bee, the Smoothie Smooth, and for that. And I'm going to do a different inside pocket. This is, I've made it to size like a dollar bill. Here, let me grab. I still have the one here in my tray that I did it. I made it so you could put money in here. It's a little deeper in case someone from that has bigger bills like Europe and the other countries that have larger bills, you could still stick those bills in here. So if anybody wants to, I'll show you how I did it. It's basically, honestly, I copied Ora Rosa's pattern, or the pockets that she uses in some of her bags. I just converted it to the size that I needed for this bag. And then this particular bag, hello Delphina. Market was not so great, I'm not gonna lie. I got rained out Sunday, And I already was having a crappy day Sunday anyways, so I didn't care to be rained out, honestly. I just got to go home early. But I only did four. She comes with 8 pockets, and I only did 4 because I cut it wrong. But we're gonna do the 8 tonight. Yeah, it's great. It was more of a craft, I don't know what you call it, crafty thing than a market. And I'm trying to get more into small market shows. So I don't know if I'm going to do that next year. Where I was at, I was there in May and didn't do great in May, but I'd already paid for fall, so I kind of had to do that. I mean, I made my money back in some stuff, but I could have done better. This is Siah's chunky chain, so I used Siah's chunky chain for the strap, and then it also, you can do a crossbody strap, or not a wristlet strap, in case you wanted to just carry this, you know, as a small little wristlet type of bag. I mean, it's kind of big for a wristlet, but still, a lot of people don't necessarily want to do any kind of chain or anything like that. So that's what we did. The one that we're going to make tonight, oh, whoa, it fell. Ugh, is going to be also made out of faux real. Yes, I love my faux. I'm almost out. I got to make some money so I can buy some more. But I am going to use a different chain, and I don't know what happened to my chain. Oh no, the chain I'm going to use on this one, I didn't grab it. It's a skinnier chain. It's actually from Sally Tomato, because I didn't have an antique brass chain to match in the chunky, like Siah's chunky chain, and it's a real skinny chain. So we're just going to focus on the wristlet strap for tonight. I'm hoping we can get through this within a couple of hours. Really, it's a quick sew. It's almost like making a large pouch, but it's got a cute shape to it, and it's got some interior pockets that I wanted to do. I'm going to do the wristlet strap first. I'm doing my wristlet strap a little different than she's got. The one she has in her bag. Oh, hi, Lindiana. I didn't see you in there. If Delphina said hi, I'm sorry. If you're here, Lindiana, hello. But anyways, so I'm going to do the wristlet strap. Again, I'm going to do it just slightly different than she has it. She has you do it the standard way, where you fold it in half and then fold it, kind of deal, you know, like you're doing a crossbody strap or a handle. I'm going to do it like, I think it's Sonar. I think that's how she does it, where you just do it fold it 3, and then you just have one raw edge. Obviously, you can't do this if you're using fabric or anything. So I'm just going to do it, and I just drew one line, half an inch. I think it was a half. No, 3/4 of an inch in from one side, and then I just taped to one side, because then this will be I'll fold the taped side in first, and then I'll just clip the other side. But this bag would be cute if you wanted to do it in fabric. It would be really cute if you had a fun fabric, or even a fun vinyl. Because I think this would be a cute little bag, because like with the little the little chain strap, I think it would be really cute if you had like I don't know what, you know, some real fun prints or fun materials is what I think. An evening out kind of bag is what it reminds me of. I don't have my light on. Thread. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. I hope I have a bobbin in my chocolate mousse. I just realized I forgot to make a bobbin at lunchtime. We might have to do a quick bobbin. I'm so sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. I got to do a quick bobbin. All right. We will do that. I'm using Siah's mocha latte, actually, not chocolate mousse. Chocolate mousse is pretty too, but I'm using mocha latte. It goes with a lot of the browns and such. The one I'm making tonight, I didn't even show you yet. You just seen the wristlet strap. You can tell I'm so prepared. Guys, I've been, I'm actually trying to apply for, well, I actually applied for a different position in my department at work. And you probably can't hear me. I'm kind of away from my phone. And I've been actually helping out in that department the last 2 weeks. I'm so goofy. It's a very stressful job. It's a lot of hours. I'm an idiot to do it, but the position I was doing when I left that department, because I used to work in that department a year and a half ago, or a little over a year, almost 2 years ago. But anyway, I left because the stress was just absolutely too much, and the hours, and then I'm going right back to it, trying to go right back to it. So call me an idiot, I guess. But it is more money. And Sharon, yeah, I'm doing fine, except for applying for jobs that are going to kill me. Just joking. But anyway, I need to use my brain more at work. The job I had, while it was a good job and it's allowed me to do a lot of things, but I don't use my brain near as much. Sorry, I got to do this real quick. We shouldn't need any more than this one bobbin. But anyway, so we're going to do this real quick. Y'all get to watch me change my bobbin. I don't want to go too fast. If I go too fast with this machine, I trip the, not a circuit breaker, but I trip the outlet, the little safety button on the outlet. Because this thing it's got a heavy motor. So I do hope everybody's doing good tonight. Mom came home from the skilled nursing facility, rehab facility today. So all the ones that were knew about what mom was going on with mom, she's home. Finally, she's happy. And I'm just trying to talk while this is going on. Oh my gosh! Come on, come on. There we go. But anyway, they tried to send her home Monday. Medicare did, but she'll never be where she was before because of what happened to her and her age. But she was not doing. She's still not hardly walking on her leg. So we did the appeal. My niece worked with my niece to do the appeal to see if she could stay longer to get a little more. Oh, wow, that was bobbing chicken on that last thing. That was hardly any thread left on that. But anyway, yeah, they were trying to release her, and I don't think that they were looking at the fact that she not only had another hip replacement. They had to take out the old hip, replaced hip, and put in a new hip, whatever. I can't say it. They had to wrap her femur because she broke her femur. And I seen the x-rays the other day. Whoo! I don't know how my mom went in any more pain than she was in. My mother has a very high tolerance for pain, and that proved it. Her femur, let's say this is her hip, and this is her femur. It was like this. Literally, I mean, like that. He's got her all wired up, and zip tied her around her femur, and yeah, she's Somebody has to stay with her at all times now. We can't let her be by herself at all. Because before she was by herself for like, I mean, sometimes it was 10 hours, but it was like during the day. My niece was always there at night or in the morning, and Mom would sleep half the day anyways. I mean, seriously, she goes to sleep late at night and sleeps half the day. But she has to be with somebody at all times. So I will be taking turns going up there. I just broke a fingernail. But I will be going up there at least one day, depending on the others, maybe two, I don't know. But she is on the mend. She had a good doctor appointment, so. When she had that last hip replaced, we kept telling her she's done with all these replacements, and then she goes and breaks her femur and has to have it replaced hip replaced. Only my mother. All right, I wanted to try to have this thing going by 7:30, but it's almost 7:30. I did not, Delphina. The only reason why I haven't is because I was worried I wouldn't have the time to do that. I have like 3 shows I still got going this fall, and then there's another one that I might apply for that's right like 2 weeks before Christmas. I don't know for sure if I'm going to. It's actually the type of market that I'm trying to get into, so I might apply for it anyway just to see. So I won't have the time for it. It does sound like fun. I did Siah's, I think it was one on as a Nomi. I'm not sure. But Siah's earlier this year? I think it was when she did her, it was when she did her Annabelle thing, where we made the Annabelles and traded those around. That was fun. Actually, Siah had my name, so my Annabelle is from Siah. So, and it's really, really neat. She used one of Love Lola Looks, the wavy vinyl, and she gave me a chain, the short strap, and a chain strap with it. It was really nice. And it was black. It's real pretty. She did a live on it, actually. The one that she gave for the gave away when she did the swap. That was mine, or that is mine. It is in my closet. Never used it, but it's mine. All right, we are almost there. So, you can tell it's been minutes since I've done a live. I'm like so unprepared. I try so hard to be prepared so I don't look like I'm fumbling. So what we're going to use today, we're going to use saddle. Yes, it is Delphina, and I'm keeping it. I'm like, that's not going anywhere. So this is the saddle faux reel. And then this is the Biscuit. I love this Biscuit. You can't, the collar, it's hard to tell. There we go. I love this Biscuit. That's my favorite. Again, I need to make some money, work some overtime with this. Hopefully if I get this job. I mean, I'm helping him right now so I can work the overtime, but I tell my husband if I get the job, I won't, I might make more money, but I won't be spending any money either because I won't have time to sew. You know? So, I'm going to do this wrist strap. So did you see I just folded the one end and then the other end over, and it's just a raw edge for the little wristlet strap, which is fine with this because the way the faux reel is, you can do a raw edge and it will be fine. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to sew. I'm going to make it a sew from the very end. I'm starting from this end here on the other side, but the short end because I want it to look finished. I just got to watch and make sure I don't go over the line like I just did. There we go. So, and then there's another bag that I seen on Hallel's website, Phoebe's website. There's another cute bag she's got on there. When I went in to get the copy of the link to put in the description. And also I did put in the description where you can get this pattern, and it's free, a free pattern. She does have a little thing in there if you want to like donate something to her for this pattern. She does have that option in there if you want to do that, but otherwise it's free. Probably should have changed my needle before I started tonight, but that's fine. We'll get through it. But anyway, I'm rambling, guys. Yeah. Oh, hi, Lindy Ann. I see you now. Oh, really? Who's Lan? I never heard of Lanyos. Is that how I say it? How you say it? I gotta stop buying patterns, guys. I've got so many. I've been, spoiler alert, I've been testing. I got to test a bag, my first official test bag. So I've been testing a bag for a designer. I don't know if I'm allowed to say who it's for, but I'll say I'm testing a bag. I had the bag hanging on my thing over there, and I had to pull it down because I didn't want to get in trouble. My first ask to test a bag. I didn't want to like lose my privilege, but anyways, I've been testing a bag, and it's really cute. Well, it's not cute, it's nice. It's a large bag, actually. It's a large size bag, but I get to do a tutorial for it and everything, so I'm pretty excited. She asked me if I wanted to test, and if I tested for her, what I can do a tutorial for the bag. My thread just looped. There we go. So that's pretty exciting for me, because y'all know I'm trying to build my channel, and I think it'll help building my channel. I got to do the tutorial this weekend. Well, I don't have time this weekend because Saturday I will be at Swag Dash. Yay! I'm so excited. Yeah, I was when I heard they were coming to Ohio, and then I heard they were going to be at Carla's place. That's where I met them. I think it was last summer. Yeah, last summer. When they did the Ohio meetup, that's when I met Siah and Susan. Because Springboro is an hour and a half on a good. I call it on a good day, an hour and a half for me. That's when I was like serious. I was real serious into following them, and I'm like, I'm gonna go meet them. It was like something that was, you know, quick. All right, so this finishes out to about. It actually finishes out to a little over a half of an inch, about 3/4 of an inch. So you'll just get your hook. Let me go get my hook. I didn't grab me a 3/4 inch hook. Let me go grab a swivel hook real quick. Oh. Hold of it. All right. I'm not going to do the rivet right now because it would have saved time, but just to give you an idea how I do this, because again, this is I got this from Sonar. This is how the idea of how to do this was from Sonar, but I picked the side that's the ugliest. This side is the ugliest because this is where I started and stopped. So this is where it'll be hidden. My screen's trying to go. But I basically just take, well, actually, I want that on the hidden side. So I'm going to take this on the good side. And then I just take my bad side and hide it up underneath here. And I just fold it over roughly an inch down like that. And then I just center a hole and punch a hole and put a rivet there. And that's my wrist strap. And I really like that this way. Because I did, one bag I did, the wrist strap, it was so bulky and was just crazy. And I really didn't like the wrist strap at all because it was so bulky. So, but that's how I do the wrist strap, like that. And just kind of hides. And make sure you roll up your raw edge on the inside, on the wrong side of the thing. You got your raw edge there, and then that way it's not as noticeable. You mostly see the finished side. So there you go. So if anybody wants to know what color to go with Biscuit, there you go. Again, what was this again? I forgot again. Mocha latte. It's Siah's mocha latte. Now this is text 45 because I bought this before I got my industrial. So it's a text 45, and I haven't bought text 70 in it yet because I want to use this first, of course. But look at that thread. That looks really good. All right, we're going to set this aside. That's how I do the wrist strap. All right. So first of all, then when you're going to put your in the pattern, she has you go ahead and do her little connectors, which they're really cute. They're really small. Is this the connectors? Yeah. That's a zipper tab. Hold on. That's for the zipper tab. There's the connectors. So the connectors, you're basically going to do the connectors just like you do any other connector, except they're like super small. Let me find my pen. Now, if I thought about it when I cut this out, it might be easier if you cut one long piece, put the length together, because you're going to sew these. This is actually a square, so there's not really one wrong side, but you could double it up and then sew it all together and cut it in half. That way you don't have the two tiny little pieces to sew. But that's up to you. I wasn't thinking when I cut this because the past 3 days I've done nothing but cut. It has been, Lindiana, and what's sad is because of that job that I've been helping out with and I'm trying to get, I've not been able to watch too many, or I've only been able to watch a little bit of each, which is fine. I can always catch it later. Sometimes I'll go to bed and I'll turn it on and watch it. So there you go. That's a connector. You just fold it in half like that, and then you're going to do the top stitching on these connectors. And that just preps your connectors for when it's time to add them to your bag, because it's really cute. If you've seen, I'll show you real fast. On the bag, they're just sticking out on the side. This bag, when I made this, I didn't have any 1-inch D-rings, so I used rec rings, which is fine. But yeah, that's why it kind of looks odd, but I just used a D-ring. But yeah, they just kind of stick out on the side, so they're just, again, it's a simple bag. It's just great for, yes, there is, Lindiana always replays, and I'm sure she appreciates somebody watching her replays too. Yeah, this is a great beginner bag, honestly. And again, you don't have to use something like this. I mean, this is a nice thick, it's the faux real, so it's nice and thick, but this, you can use cotton, quilting fabric, as some call it. I call it just cotton. That'd be really cute. All right, so I'm just going to top stitch these real quick, so that way they're done and we don't have to worry about them. Oops, sew it the right way. So yeah, I've been working on, it's kind of why you haven't seen me besides work and everything. Working on the tester bag, which is, like I said, and it's a well-written pattern. But she's a good pattern. She's got great patterns anyways. So I think she's shooting for sometime in October for that pattern. So you'll see. Of course, I'll post it all over social media when I have the tutorial ready for it when it comes out, because I do have affiliate program with her. So of course, I'll ask you to click on my link to buy the pattern when it comes out. So, alrighty, let me get these threads. My lighter, I hope my lighter lasts through the night. I'll have to get up and go get another. I think I have one in my little tray behind me, so I don't have to get up and go get one, but get these little threads here. Boop. All right, done. I probably should. I don't have my D-rings with me either. We'll get those later. I was going to go ahead and stitch them, just base these shut with my D-rings on, but of course, I'm going to have to go get my D-rings. So we will deal with that when it comes time. All right. So, whoops, I don't want that. So in the next step, she has you go ahead and do the lining. I'm going to do this part first. Yes, I think so, Delphina. That is, I got to take, I did post one of the pictures, some pictures on her tester page. So she's seen, you know, that I made it and, you know, whatever. But I got to take better pictures for it. But yeah, it's, but I want to finish. I got another one, the one that I'm going to do the tutorial on. I'm going to, when I do that one, I'm going to take pictures of them together and then separate and then send them all that way, so that way she can pick which one, because one is very bright and colorful, and of course made of tulip bee stuff, exteriors. I've been going through this, I've been using up my tulip bee. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to do an order. But and then the second one is going to be a solid, all solid color, a fall color, which I'm excited about how it's going to turn out. So we'll see. Yeah, I know. All right. So first step, again, I'm going to go past the sewing the inner slip pocket. I'm just going to go ahead and get this done and then do the, just put this exterior zipper overlay. So that part's done. Because once we start doing the linings, we have to, of course, sew it. It's going to be sewn sort of like when you're sewing a pouch type of sew once everything's put together. So I want to go ahead and get this done because this does take an extra step since it's not a solid. Of course, oh, I got to check her seam allowance real fast. I think I know what it is, but I got to double check. Now, in her pattern, she does offer piping. I'm not piping. It does, of course, add to the bag, and it looks really cute, but I chose not to pipe this bag. Where is... Oop, oop, doop. Hold on just a second. I'm lost my step here. There it is. Okay, so I lied. This piece is before you even get to the crossbody, before you even get to the strap. So she does have you sew this piece together, these two pieces together. Okay, I was just looking for the seam allowance. I couldn't remember for sure what her seam allowance was. All right. That's actually, I can, since it's a free pattern, it's a 3/8, so I'll go ahead. The thing with faux real, you got to be careful. If you're sewing this straight without any lining, it does want to stick to your surface because of the backing. So I just kind of lift it up a little bit as I sew, just so it doesn't stick. Uh-oh, here comes the dog. Jim, here she comes. Before, she's probably going to come down here and visit me first because I don't have her blocked. The dog's down here, so just a second. She might. Joy! I don't know where she's at. Hey, Jim. Excuse me for just a second. Hold, please, as Barb would say. Jim, do you see that dog? There she is. Finally, she showed up. I didn't know where the dog was. She was probably snooping around getting into something she shouldn't have been. Okay, so she does have you just sew to one side on the seam allowance, but I like to open them, and I like that top stitching look of the center. I like the top stitch on both sides, so I'm just opening it up and top stitching on both sides. So I'm just going to get my seam allowance increased and get that top stitch look. I think it's kind of neat looking. It kind of reminds me of, like, you know, when you sew leather.
Hey, come here.
Joy, come here.
Gosh dang it.
Corey closed the door. She can't go anywhere. She cannot get back in the kitchen. Hold on. Can you hold just for a second? Come here, Joy. There she goes. Trying to get the dog outside because she gets into everything down here. She comes back here. She eats the threads off the floor and tries to eat the threads off the floor. She tries to eat the, she grabs my double-sided tape backing. She grabs this stuff. Oh, good night, Sharon. Okay, I appreciate it. I'm glad you came. Enjoy the evening. But yeah, she'll get a hold of that stuff and try to eat it. Little pieces of stuff. She's trouble. She's nothing but trouble. Just joking. She can be a really good dog. She's just a puppy still, so. Alrighty. Alrighty. So there's the front. This will be the front. And then on this side, we will have the zipper. Like that. It'll be like the little zipper overlay thing. That's really cute. Alright, let me get my zipper. So, I'm going to sew my name tag on. And my name tag is stuck upside down. So let me put it the right way first. Oh, I got to make sure it's centered. Did she go outside?
No.
You,
I'll take her upstairs here in a second.
I can hear her on the steps. That's why I ask. And this dog's legs are just too long to beat. She gets up there at the top of the steps when the door's closed, and she starts turning herself around. And I don't know how she does it without falling, honestly. I can hear her. Goofy dog.
Oh.
My daughter's not here, so I think she's wants my daughter to be home. She's looking for her. My daughter just got back for vacation. She went up there to the UP in Michigan and spent about a week. And so they spent a week together nonstop, which that dog hasn't done with my daughter since she got her. And she's gotten attached to Cassie a lot. Alrighty. But alright. Get this pulled through. Alright, let's tie these off. Alright, sorry guys, it's taking me this long. Oh my gosh, I can't. The threads have gotten all discombobulated. Sorry for the distractions. It's fine though, right? Okay. My poor husband, now he had to go upstairs. and sit with her because the dog wouldn't go outside. And he can't stay down here and do his thing. And my daughter's not home. All right, I'm just throwing some double-sided tape on here. Yeah, we'll do. Now she has you place it so many inches away from the edge so it's a little more centered. The only thing that I didn't, where you could see on this one, I mean, I noticed it. I mean, I don't know how, I mean, I'm going to point it out, but see, it's a little further away. Oh, you're not, no problem, Lindy. And remember, it's free unless, you know, you want to make a donation to her. So, but see how it's, not a fan of this gap and not this being right here. So I'm going to try to do better on the positioning of the zipper overlay. So I'm going to fast forward to the zipper overlay part. That's piping. Where's zipper overlay? I can't, there we go. Zipper overlay. I don't see. Okay, place 2 halves of the exterior. Okay, blah de blah. Stabilizer. Well, I didn't do stabilizer, so I have to. Okay, cut out the rectangle piece on the piece front centered about a half away from all edges. That's what I did wrong. I can tell you exactly what I did wrong. I didn't do a half an inch away from all edges. I think I did it away from just one edge. So that's what I did wrong. That's why it was not centered correctly. So, where's my ruler? There it is. So, how far all edges? That would mean the top 2, right? Oh, that makes it close, doesn't it? The pieced front, place the stabilizer. Okay, that's it. Oh, that's very nice of you, Delphina. I'm sure she would really appreciate that. Again, she knows I'm doing it tonight. She's in a different country, so I'm not sure what time it is there for her. But I'm thinking she's a few hours ahead of me. Ahead or behind? Several hours. I know that. Because I know Ivana from Pedal, my evening is her middle of the night. That I do know with Pedal, because she wanted to be on one when I did my live with the Alana. She popped in and popped out for that one because it was in the middle of the night for her. It was like midnight or something, wherever Ivana is. I am struggling right now. I'm trying to cut all pattern pieces, left 2 halves. I sewed them together. Okay, a stabilizer. Well, I'm not seeing, I know it tells you, maybe, I'm trying not to delay this, but I'm wondering, did I miss something? Yeah, I think 5 is very fair for this, because it is. You know, sometimes it takes a brain. I knew I missed something when I did it the last time. So she gives you the rectangle piece to cut out on the bag. But that's on the stabilizer. So she has you cut it out on a stabilizer, but I didn't use a stabilizer. So what I'm going to do is what I do best. Go out and figure it out. But I can just look at the seam allowances, quite honestly. As long as I got the proper equal seam allowances on the stabilizer, I think I need to go down a little bit on this one, yeah. So it looks like, yeah, just a, I mean, this is larger than the seam allowance, so which is good. The stabilizer is like a 1/2 inch away from the edges, and that's more narrow than this, wider than the seam allowance, so it does not interfere at all. So, where's my, I need to do this because my piece, my rectangle's not cut out because I didn't pay attention the last time. I need a brain. So I'm just going to cut with this in the corners here. I need my mat though. My cheap mat. It really wasn't cheap. I actually got it for free. This little mat here years ago. I just moved my piece. What? I got 3. Guys, I love you. I really do. I love that you stick with me. I appreciate it. All right. I'm just going to cut it out like this. That way, I know it's there. I'm just going to hold on to the piece. And I'm just using the back of this old mat that I use for, I just actually abuse this mat. I abuse this mat a lot. Because it's just so darn handy, and I just use it for just about everything. Oh, I'm starting to go off my line. And this is, now this, keep in mind, this box is wider than your zipper's going to be, obviously. But what it is, it's going to be wide because you've got a large overlay. And it's also large enough because of I think I got it. And then I'm just going to clean it out. Large enough for your pocket and everything to lay nicely when you put your pocket on. I try to pick quick, easy patterns for lives because I'm so goofy sometimes. I've got, oh, I started to say earlier, I'm scatterbrained tonight. Ooh, that's not a good cut. I need to, yeah, we'll just have to do it this way. But anyway, I've done nothing but cut bags for this last several days. This is the first time since, before my show that I've sat down and sewed. I think that's why I'm so scatterbrained. And I need a new X-Acto knife blade, but I don't have any handy. I have to go steal my husband's. So, but I have another craft show coming up in next Saturday. I've got Swag Dash. And then next Saturday I have a craft show. And then the Saturday after that's my son's birthday, the 11th. And then I have another craft show on the 18th. It's kind of why I'm not promising to do certain things. Sorry this is taking so long. My rotary is back there. And I'm just trying to cut this. And this will be hidden, so if it gets a little jagged, it'll be okay. Well, you won't see this. This will be hidden behind my overlay. It's just taking too long because this blade is dull. There we go. I'll have to go steal another blade from him. When I bought this, because this is what Siah uses, and I bought one because, you know, wanted to be like Siah. But actually, I do like it. It's very ergonomic for my hands. I bought blades to go with it. I lost those blades. Couldn't find them anywhere. I've never have. And my husband's like, oh, I've got about 50 of them. I'm like, oh, really? Well, I'll take some. So anyway, And then I bought, back when I was making my Johnny B for the Nomi sew, I bought elastic to go, you know, to make the elastic, the pockets with the elastic in it. I don't even remember what I'm saying, trying to think what I'm saying. But anyway, I bought the elastic. I couldn't find it when I come time to use it. I looked everywhere for it, everywhere. Couldn't find it nowhere. So I ended up improvising, using fold over elastic, which was fine. It worked and everything was good, you know, in the end. And how long ago did we do the Johnny B? What, 2 months ago, I think we finished it? Last night, no lie, I pulled out I bought some Bosal foam to try that versus the Pellon foam that I've been using. So I bought some Bosal and I got it all that off Amazon. I pulled that Bosal foam out and found my elastic tucked, no lie, I think I took it out. Tucked down inside the package of the Bosal, because I opened it up when I got it and I tucked the elastic in it because it was upstairs and I was just going to carry it all at once. And stuck it on the shelf and haven't used it until I was getting ready to use it for a bag I'm going to do the tutorial on. Yeah. Like I always say, if I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. I'm serious. Guys, I am very serious. So we're just going to center this over this hole. And that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm centering it over the hole, and then I'm going to press it down. So there's that. So isn't that cute? And then, like, when you're getting in the bag, you've got your little side pocket, and you can just reach right in. Just make sure you put your zipper on. So now I'm going to top stitch my zipper overlay. Just remember, you're only top stitching the exterior of your overlay. I think all of our people here probably know that, but just in case we have new bag makers watching, because like I say, this is a great beginner bag. As long as you don't do goofy things like I do, you're good. You're golden. I think I've used up all my brain cells at work this week. Just kind of watch it, because this hole, since it's a big, it's you got to watch your overlay. Now, if you want, I think I'm sticking. Yeah, it is. My double-sided tape is off-centered some, so it's sticking to the thing. But what I was saying was, if you wanted to cut the hole a little smaller, not so big as this, maybe take a 1/4 inch off of each side, you could still get away with that and be fine. Again, since I didn't do it the last time because I didn't pay any attention, if I'd have done that, I would have known not to do it, because I think the smaller opening is better, honestly. But I like the little shape of this overlay. It's really cute. Getting a workout. Sometimes with these knee lifts, I don't know if anybody's old enough to remember Suzanne Summer and her thigh masters. It pops in my head. Crazy things. When I use this knee lift, and I'm going up and down like that, it's all I can think of sometimes. Because yes, my mom had a thigh master. So, and of course, as teenagers, you know, we had to play with mom's thigh master, because of course we all wanted, you know, strong thighs, right? Sorry guys, I know that's a weird thing to say. Oh. And then I think of Gilmore Girls on that episode when they Lorelai buys the contents of that lady's barn oh, not barn, but her garage. And it's like this woman had like three, I think, like 3 thigh masters or something like that. But anyway, all right, so I'm just tying off my threads. Good thing about this, no hardware, unless of course you do a chain strap. You also could always do your own like regular long strap, crossbody strap out of vinyl, you know, or you could even use webbing. So very little hardware. I mean, you got your D-ring, couple D-rings. If you do the little wristlet, you've got a, if you do a wristlet, you've got, oh my gosh, the swivel clasps. Sorry, give me just a quick second. Do I have to get me a drink of Coke? And it's still nice and cold. So it's when you drink an ice cold Coke, woo, sometimes. Boom. I love that. Look at that. That's kind of the westerny feel, isn't it? I love it. Again, saddle, beautiful. Biscuit goes, I swear, I think Biscuit goes with everything. I know it doesn't, but in my mind it does. I love it. I need to work some serious overtime, guys, because I need to make. So, if anybody has Siah's calendar, Siah and Susan's calendar, you guys, I'm giving you a heads up in case you're not got this marked and a reminder. I know, Lindy, and I love it. I mean, it's my absolute favorite. But if you have the calendar, Tulip Bee's first anniversary's coming up. Oh man, Lindiana. Then I won't say it. If you have the calendar, look it up. I mean, they probably still have some left, but it's towards the end of the year, so I don't know. But yeah, Annette's got a good coupon for her first anniversary in the calendar. I'm just saying. I'm saving my money for that. I haven't ordered from her in a while. She probably wonders what happened to me. Oh, and I'm sure Annette will be back in there again next year. I mean, they're good friends, so I'm sure Annette will have a coupon in there. But yeah, she's got a coupon for her first anniversary. So, anyway, we are going to move on to the longest part of the tutorial, except for me standing here rambling. Is this what I want? No, that's not what I want. I'm going to show you how to do this pocket real fast. And when I say real fast, I have to pull up another pattern because, oops, I don't want to do that. Come on. I still have to refresh my memory because what I'm doing, if you weren't here in the very beginning, which Lindiana, I don't think you were. I think you came a little bit later, which is fine. Glad you're here. I am using Aura Rose's pattern pocket that she has in most of her bags where you've got that slip and then your zipper pocket. And it's kind of similar to if anybody made the Everyday Crossbody, which I made myself one. I got to do a pattern review on that and show everybody my purse because that's what I carry now every day because it's Everyday Crossbody. But anyway, I am making a pocket that way. Yes, it is the combo pocket, and I'm putting it in this bag. I did it on this one. It took me a minute. I did it on this one, and I love it because you don't have to use a wallet now with this bag. The way I did it, you got your cash pocket and your coin pocket, and then she wrote in cards. Now I only did 4 because I messed up my cut, but yeah. And you got you don't have to you got plenty of room for a wallet, plenty of room for your cell phone and all your other little essentials. But yeah, you don't have to carry a full wallet in this bag because it's nice and cute and small, and you don't want, and I do, me too, Lindy, and I think I'll tell you, if I design a bag, I want a combo wallet in my bags. I'll tell you, I love it. I think that is a great, it's not only, I'm not only seeing it in Aura Rosas, I've seen it again in the Everyday Crossbody. car threads. I think I know her name, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to say it wrong. Okay, so what I did, and I'll give you these measurements. If you do this, I got to get my notes. Where's my notes? Where's my notes? I have them written down on the back of one of these pattern pieces. I will put them in the description. I just didn't have a chance to do it before the video to add these measurements in for what I did for this pocket, but I'll tell you what I did right now, and then we'll go ahead and sew this pocket together, and then I'll show you what I did in order to get this shape, because remember, we got to create that little round at the bottom, that little curvature, which is, I think, is cute of the pattern anyways. That's what I like about the bag, is that little shape. But the okay, let me start, because I have to look at this pattern here when I do this to make sure. Okay, so you're going to have, first of all, you're going to have a zippered pocket lining. Okay, and that is this piece I wrote on the back of these pieces. This is also Tulip Bee Smoothie Smooth in turquoise. So I thought this would be real pretty in the brown bag. Yes, Moda pattern. No, I do not. Oh, they have a combo in there too. Well, good. Great. I seen on Siah's, I think, group page, some lady posted a pattern, and the patterns are written in French, but she's converting some of her patterns to English. I can't, AMSR. I want to say it's not AMSR. I can't think of who it is off the top of my head, but she showed the pictures inside the bag. I know, Lynn, I love pockets. I mean, I've bought patterns just because of pockets inside of a bag. No lie. I want to get that pattern because the pockets on the inside, it's awesome. And I like the bag too because it's real cute how she's got that pocket. Let's move on, Toni. Move on. Zip lining. I do too. I have to go back and look. I just subscribed to her Instagram page, the lady that's been advertising the bag. I don't think she's the pattern writer, but I can't remember it. I have to go look it up, honestly. So zip lining is 7 by 9 inch, 7 inches by 9 inches is this piece here. Now, the measurements that I'm going to give you, when you get it completed, you will have trim off. Number one, because of the curve, I'm going to give you extra, so you will be trimming off stuff at the bottom. And then when you shape your cash pocket, you will have the center of it will hang up a little bit to make sure you've got enough wiggle room to change it, because I didn't want to cut it short as far as measurements, so I kind of made them certain pieces a little bigger than you actually need. But it's not a lot of waste, but you will have some trim off. Okay, so zipper lining is 7 by 9. So you're going to take your zipper lining, face it up. Yeah, right side up on your workspace, vertical. So this is the part where you're going to put your zipper. So let me get my zipper. I do have my zipper. I'm going to have to go get it. You see how prepared I am? I know the zipper's in here. My gosh, it's right here. Ah. I'm going to use it because it's there. I'm not going to go grab another zipper. It's fine. I just grabbed oh, that's not straight. Yeah, let me trim that real quick before I... What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's already 8:15. What? I told my husband, oh no, I won't be long. So anyways, I just basically take my zipper, lay it over. I leave it like a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch past. Make sure I grab the right scissors. Because I like that little overage. Number one, it helps me put my zipper pull on. Sew that in there. So tell me, remind me when I go looking for my zipper again, zipper thing. I gotta go run and grab me a zipper pull. I already did that then. I'm gonna go grab me a zipper pull, and while I'm at it, get my D-rings. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Ugh. Ugh. I mean, like my stuff's right here behind me, more or less. All right, zipper pull, zipper pull. What do we want? For my interior and my exterior. I got these really cute zipper pulls from Barbie. I really like them. I'm going to do a zipper pull from Barbie and a zipper pull from Siah. I need 1-inch D-rings. I do not. Oh, I just dumped that, didn't I? I thought I had my stuff sitting out. I don't. Okay. Oh, I'm so unprepared. Sorry, guys. I don't. I'm going to have to use D-rings for my to hook my thing to, but that's fine, right? I just seen the other one of these. Did one fly across the table? Who knows? All right, so we're going to have to get into here. I need to. I got it. I've made so many bags lately. I really wanted to use these smaller ones, but I don't know what I just did with the other one. I just had 2 of them, but apparently I did something, so I'll have to use these big ones. Probably gonna lose viewers, losing viewers because I'm ditzy. Did you see the new bag by Kiteco? I did not. Lindiana, you're gonna get me into trouble. I did not. What was the other one that you were telling me about? Sincerely Jen, and the one I've never heard of. I need to write this stuff down. Because I will go look them up. Because you had told me about, I think it was you, or I can't remember who it was telling me about another pattern after, oh, yeah, it was probably you. Lanyos, that's it. That's the name of a pattern designer? And then Kiteco's got one coming out. I've heard of Kiteco, and then of course, Sincerely Jen, I've got some of her patterns. All right, now you've got me into trouble. So there's my zipper. This will be my exterior zipper. This is from Barbie. Aren't those pretty? That'll be my exterior zipper. That came from Barbie. Jeannie's Designs. And then this is one of Siah's. That'll be my inside zipper. Because it's smaller. I just found the small one. I knew it was here somewhere. I don't want these big ones. I want these small ones. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get this done. All right. I think I can just sew and. All right, so I'm gonna get. I like to use double-sided tape, especially with Smoothy Smooth, because it's smoothy and smooth. So let's get the zipper on here and get this basted. We're going to baste the zipper on first. Oops, that's good. So we're going to baste it first. Like I say, I'll give you measure as I pull them out. I'll give you the measurements of these pieces, and then I will load them. I'll put them in my description. I don't know how you can follow me anyways. And here I am trying to be an auditor. Yeah. It's my job. That's what I'm trying to do. Audit people. People hate me. Okay. So I got it basted. Again, it's just a basting stitch. And then you're going to take the zipper pocket front. And you're going to take that piece. That piece is 7.5, inches by 6.5 inches. So, which is going to be wider than your zip lining. You are, yeah, exactly. Thank you, Lindy, and I love you guys too. Yeah, we all enable each other, don't we? Okay, so your zipper front, and you're going to use, again, this is going to be wider than the pocket, okay? Because this is going to be your lining of your zipper pocket. So you don't want that in there because it adds, of course, bulk to the sides. So your zipper pocket front, you're going to take it and you're going to place it down over top the zipper teeth with your piece still laying up. You probably could do this all together one step. The reason I don't is because I still have to follow directions when I do this. Because I just don't do it enough, and in my head I have to watch it. I did not mark my center, and when this part here, I do actually worry about the center because these don't equal out. So I'm going to mark my centers. And you do want to center this piece on top of your zipper. Well, on top, since my zipper is kind of off to the sides, I'm centering it in the center of this piece, if that makes sense, I hope. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to place this right here on top. And then you're going to sew it on at the seam allowance. I think I sew it at a 3/4 of an inch in the seam allowance. Yes, I do. Let me look at my notes. Yeah, because I altered it a little bit. So it's 3/4. I use a 3/4 seam allowance because that just gives you that little bit of a zipper. It's not not quite 3/4, not 3/4. Wow, 3/8. Sorry guys, 3/8 seam allowance. Let me get this off my basting stitch. So if you can go 3/8 is great. If you don't, 1/4's fine. It'll just be that much more you trim, which is, again, we're going to do trimming anyways, so it doesn't really matter if you go 3/8 or 1/4. So then you're going to take your front zipper pocket, take it up, go down, and then you're going to fold it like this. There's your zipper teeth, front, and then this is your lining here. So you're going to take this, fold these down, wrong sides together, pull it down. If you got that good old smooth, you're going to have to give it a little bit of a tug, pull, flattening. I kind of just trying to run my fingers the best I can along there. There we go. And then just top stitch on that. Whoops, my thread is tangling up here. There we go. Just be careful when you pull that away from your zipper that you're not creating a wavy zipper. Sometimes I'll pull it too tight and my zipper looks a little wavy if I'm not watching it. So just make sure it's an even, keep it even as best you can. Alrighty. I don't know if this brown goes well with turquoise, but it's not like it doesn't match. It's not like it doesn't match. It's just better color could have looked better, but we're not doing that on the live. We're not changing things around. Okay. Now you're going to take, let's see, we did all of that. Okay, I top stitched. See, this is how I got to do it. All right, so then once you get this all together, you're going to take this part, your zipper lining piece, okay, and you're going to take this and then bring it up to the top of your zipper tape, and I'm going to throw a little bit of double-sided tape again down. If I put it on here. I mean, again, you can always clip it. Even without the smooth, I will still use double-sided tape. I buy it in bulk at Wall-Wack. Because you can get it for a pretty good deal, and they give you discounts if you buy in lots of, I think 3 or more. And then if you go 5, you get, I think 5 or 6 or more, you get a bigger discount. So yeah, buy it in bulk. There you go. So this is your, what you got right now. Now you can go ahead and base this part on if you want. We'll go ahead and do that just for kicks and giggles. We're going to go ahead and base this on just so it's there. We don't have to worry about it moving around. It's just an extra stitch, not a big deal. So we got that basted on, okay, like that. And then you're going to get your main lining piece, and you're going to take your main lining piece, let's see, like this, all right? We're going to lay it right side up. Now, if you are using directional fabric, oh, Carly, no, you're fine, Carly. I am making it's called the Everly. It's called either a crossbody or wristlet. It's by Hallel Patterns. I did put a link in my thing. She actually, this is a free, oh, thank you, Lindy Ann. I appreciate it. It's a free pattern. She does say if you want to donate to her, you can do that. But yeah, this is a really cute crossbody. In her pattern, I'm making a change. The part I'm working on right now is the change in the bag. I'm adding a pocket where you can put some cash in, you put your bills here and coins there. So you don't have to put a full wallet or a wallet in here. You've got plenty of room for your phone and whatnot. It comes with card slots. This one only has 4 because I cut the piece wrong. It is so cute. So we're going to do and this pink, Carly, this is Tulip Bees, Siah Pink faux real. And I put a link to Tulip Bees website in my description as well. So great stuff. And this is not lined. I am not lining this bag or not interfacing this bag because it's a small crossbody. You're not going to put anything really heavy in it. It holds its shape. It's a thicker vinyl. So it's really good for this. It's a nice, cute little bag. Okay. All right. No problem, Carly. No problem. All right. So again, we're going to put this, all I was saying is if you're using directional fabric, you want the top at the bottom when you lay this piece up, you want your top of your direction here because this is what's going to get folded up and you're going to see that at the top. I, however, advise don't use directional fabric for this. That way you don't have to worry about messing it up. That's just my 2 cents. So you're going to take your piece and you're going to put it face down, right sides together from the front of your pocket. There's your zipper teeth face down, and you're going to line it up at the top here. So I'm going to go ahead and put some double-sided tape to hold my zipper. Get that done. And then line it up. Now these 2 pieces are the same. This piece and this piece are the same. Oh, I didn't give you measurements for this. So the main lining piece is 7.5 by 9 inches. And this is where you probably do more cutting off of this piece. But I just wanted to make sure, I'd rather have a little too much than not enough. After you complete this and you don't have enough and it's too short, then you get really mad at yourself. And I didn't want to teach somebody something and it not be enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I sat down one night and just sat there and tried to figure out the sizes that I needed. All right, we're going to sew this on. Again, I'm using close to a 3/8 of an inch as I can, but you can still go less. You can go 1/4 if you want. It's just more that you're going to trim off, which is what, 1/4 of an inch more than you're going to trim off, so it's not a big deal. All right. There's that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece, lay it up like that, give it a nice little press up at the top of the zipper. Well, I'm going to do that. So you're going to press it like this. What size is my main lining piece? Main lining, it's 7.5 inches by 9, Delphina. Again, there will be extra to cut off once we get it all together. But, you know, what I was already saying. So zip, yeah, a 3/8 and then, okay. I'm reading my notes here. I've got little notes here. And again, I will have this in the description as well. But if you're sewing with me, yes, that's, or you want to cut while we're talking, that's fine. Yeah, last night when we were, Siah was doing her cut, I was cutting the Primavera by Shambhala. It was in her last year's, I think, Zodiac membership. I haven't made it yet. I'm going to do that on a future live. I was cutting it up last night. I was trying to get some bags cut up because getting ready, because I have all the shows coming up, plus I'll be at my mom's. So I was trying to get ahead, trying to work ahead. All right. We're going to take this piece, again, just flatten it the best you can, and then you're going to fold it down over the zipper tape, but you're not going to fold the zipper tape. You're going to fold it down like that. So you're going to see the top of your piece here is just right over that zipper tape. So you can clip it to hold it, especially with this type of material. It gives you like a little bit of a show of your piece, of your fabric, kind of like a little, I don't know what you want to call it. Edge, who knows. So we're going to do that. I'm just going to clip it just to hold it. So that's what it's going to look like. And then you're going to top stitch. Guess what? You can do the double stitch on here. You can do the Susan double stitch to hold that down. Well, because it's a wider, so we're going to do that double stitch. We need to come up with some kind of jingle or something. I'm just going to basically roughly 1/8 of an inch away from the one side, and then go down to where you're about, you know, I'll just like click a, whoa, there goes, I've got clippies flying. So you're just going to go 1/8 of an inch from the top, and then 1/8 of an inch up from the bottom. I don't know, this brown don't look too bad on here, on the turquoise. I don't think it looks all that bad. There you go. Yes. Oh, Susu double stitch. That's a good one, Lindy. And you come up with some good stuff. Like the name of that floral print. I'll be making the Susu sling. Right? Yeah. That's what we're doing Saturday is the Susu. Sunday is the Annabelle. I'm going Saturday. And that's the Susu sling. Which I like that little purse. That's such a cute little purse. So that's what you're looking at right here. All right. So then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and pull both of these pieces away where you just got your pocket, and you're going to close up your pocket, just the sides of your pocket. Now this is one of those pockets where you're going to have to sew up to that where your zipper, I don't know if you can see that. Here, let's take it out. So like where your zipper is and that little piece, you're going to sew right up to, let me see, there we go. Right up to here, like take just one little stitch, boom, and then back stitch from here. Don't go up into this piece here, because if you do, you'll get a pucker on your piece. So you just gotta be real careful. Make sure though both of those pieces are pulled back. I go about 3/8 of an inch in. If you're worried about the bulk on your, when you sew on your sides to complete your lining piece, I'll go 3/8 of an inch in, and then trim it down to about 1/4 of an inch. And that will eliminate, when you sew on your sides, that'll help keep that bulk out of the way. Of course, but of course, do not cut your zipper though. So I'm just trimming this down. Look at these threads. Boom, like that. then let's do the other side. Oh, let's do it this way because I want to make sure I get the proper. All right. All righty. Doom. And I don't know if you all, if you're not on my, join my Facebook group, the Quilted Cactus Facebook group. I posted a picture of my, I made my sister a purse, and I made the Sew Yours wallet. That's Lindy Anna's fault for making me buy it. I made one for my sister, and I posted pictures of it, a little matching set for my sister. And she absolutely loved it. She had told me, because I had made her, I had mentioned once that I'd made, and then we're going to put our zipper pull on now. I had made her the Mayfield backpack from Knotted Threads on my domestic. And I'm going to tell you what, that was, is bad. The bag was fine. It's just the grommets were terrible. Those weren't installed greatly. The back of it, how the back is, it was glued and riveted because I couldn't get it to stitch right the way I wanted. I mean, it's like got a lot of glue and rivets in it to hold that back strap. And the grommets were coming loose. And then that night we were at the hospital when Mom first fell, when she broke her femur, we were talking. And she's like, I really need another one, blah, de blah. And I'm like, okay. And she told me sort of kind of what she was looking for. And I'm like, you know, I've got that Baby Bell bucket bag I want to make. It's cute. It's small. That's all she's looking for. And I still had the mustard yellow, that Emmeline bags, her Mora. I made it out of that because that's what her Mayfield is made from. Oh, can't get that zipper on. It's very tight here because of that pocket. But anyway, and I used Love Little Looks for the flap. The wild flap, it's a floral. She don't carry it anymore, but I used that for the flap. It's very pretty, and I put a picture on it. Oh, did I? Well, we need to tell Sammy that. Maybe she does. I don't know if Sammy does affiliate program, or has the affiliate program or not, but we need to tell Sammy. Yeah, Sammy, I got you a sale. Just joking. I love Shambhala stuff. Again, I'm doing the Primavera in a week or two ish, depending on my schedule. So zipper pull is on like that. I'm going to go ahead and clean up my zipper real quick, just even it out. Of course, once you cut your zipper, make sure you singe the ends again. What'd you just do, Lindy Ann? I just seen something pop on my phone. I know that's you. I know who you are. Oh, yes. She loves it. I'm going to tell you, she absolutely loves it. And she was still carrying that Mayfield, and I think I gave that to her like 2 years ago, honestly. She's still carrying that thing. She's like my dad. She's a lot like my dad. Which is not a bad thing. But she's funny. She doesn't do change. She doesn't do noises either. She's like, she's funny. Okay. We'll finish. So, there you go. That's what it looks like. Now, this piece here, this is the piece that is, I need to turn my notifications off, Lindy, and I keep seeing your stuff popping on the top of my screen. Okay, so this piece here, which is called the, I gotta remember what this piece is called again. Zipper pocket. Main lining piece. Oh my gosh. So this is the main lining piece. Oh, you're funny. It's fine. You go ahead. I don't care. I should have put my do not disturb one. I wouldn't have seen it. It's just funny. I'm like, wait a minute, I know who that is. So your main lining piece, you're gonna take it and yes, thank you, Delphine. And you're gonna take it and you're gonna pull it up. Now, this is how I sized it up to make sure, because I didn't want a really deep pocket, because again, this is just for your cash. This is just so you can fit your bills in, and I made it a little deeper in case someone from the European countries and whatnot has the larger bills than we have, and it's just a little bit wider bills. I fold this up and I leave about 2.5 inches from the top of this, of the top of your folded your zipper here. So let me get, this is not really the ruler I want to use, but I'm not going to, so I'm going to go 2.5 inches about, let me see, let me make sure it's not too, well, that's not right. I don't want to go 2.5 inches yet. Why do I write down 2.5 inches? Okay. I'm going to go, let me make sure real quick here, guys. Sorry about that. There we go. I mean, you can actually alter this, honestly. If you want it deeper, you can. But again, I'm just trying to fit it, and that way it kind of sits down also. So we're looking about an inch and 3/4 from here to here is where you want to put it. Now I'm going to put a couple clips here. I got to take that money out first before I sew, but I got to keep my dollar bill down here. That's what I use to measure things with. I can always say I'm never broke if I keep a dollar bill down here and forget about it, right? I can at least say I have a dollar. My lining sides. Okay, so you're going to have 2 lining sides, and these are just your basic rectangles. And my lining sides are 5 inches wide and 9 inches long. So they are kind of big, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew these from this top piece here, and you're going to have some hang over here because again, you've got that curve at the bottom. So I'm going to line it up here at the top. That's where I want to start my measurement. And you're going to just sew these on just like you're sewing sides on to the bag. Making sure see how you got your zipper pocket out of the way, because you're going to have that extra here. So you just got to be careful. That's one of the reasons why you want to count. But it's going to be a little longer, and I'll show you here in 2 seconds what we're doing. So I'm going to clip that lining side on, and I'm just going to go ahead and clip them both on at the same time. 8:43. And if anybody has to go, and especially in the Eastern time zone, I get it. I know Lindiana's out there in California. Delphina's out in Arizona. So you all can stick with me to the end, right? I should I don't know what my daughter's sending me some kind of message. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm sorry, my daughter. Ugh. Oh, now I split screen. I don't want to split screen. Sorry, I just got a text from my daughter. She's My nephew's moving away. And he's actually, I guess he's trying to make everybody feel guilty. Family drama. Oh, what time is it? No, she's probably not left yet. She's probably getting ready to leave. Is where she's at. Okay, so I sew this on at a 3/8 inch seam allowance. That's how I sew the sides on, the lining sides. Again, they are 7.5 inches by, no, not lining, that's main. Lining sides are 5 by 9. So we're gonna get these sewn on here. Again, at 3/8 an inch seam allowance, right? Yeah. I make sure, oh, I hope I did that right. We'll find out if I did it wrong. If not, I will be doing some unstitching, right? Because when I did my first one, I didn't make them wide enough. These side pieces, I didn't make them wide enough. So I had to like recut other pieces out. That's why my lining is a little different in the other bag. Yeah, I think it should be plenty. See, and then you're gonna fold them out like this. Oh yeah, that's nice. So you're gonna fold this out like this, and then you're gonna, of course, do your top stitch your lining sides, sewing it on the side of the lining, your top stitch. The seam goes that way. I'll show you here in 2 seconds. So see, there's that top stitching, and you're going to have your seam allowance go out toward the side. Okay, and that's where you're going to top stitch. I love my nephew dearly. He's like my very first nephew, but I don't know. He is drama. Okay, so there is the one side of my lining here. Again, remember, it's big, bigger than it needs to be. So then I'm going to take my main lining piece here. I'm going to find my center of this piece here. Just fold it, and basically how I'm going to actually find the center by yes, I say that 5 times fast. I'm going to match these pieces here together to find my center, because these may not be right, because again, these are just sewn on too big to make enough room to do that trim off. So I'm going to match my pieces here and find the center of the bag. Yes, it's like saying my mom's hip replacement had a hip replacement. You never know. So there's got my centers. So I'm going to match my center up of this piece, and I'm pretty sure that should be the center, because that's where my pieces got. So yeah, I just want to make sure that was an accurate center. All right, so I'm going to lay this down on here. Now, of course, you've got your bulk of your pocket and your zipper pull, so you just kind of want to work with that. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it from this way because I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw and make lines, and I'm going to cut it that way. I think it'll be much easier to do it. Now, I'm going to show you here in 2 seconds. I'm going to clip the sides, because I'm going to show you why I did what I did. So if you look at the back here, see how it hangs over? You got your center there, and it hangs over, but see how the bag kind of swoops down? You've got all that extra. Again, I made this real big because mine was too short before. So you may not want to go a full 5 inches if you don't want, that much waste. You can cut maybe an inch from it, but I wouldn't go too much, just in case your seam allowances here are a little off or a little too much. So I'm going to take this down. I'm going to grab my pen. I don't want that pen. That's not a good pen. I don't have my good, I don't know, I've got all of my Tulip Bee and my Siah Swag pens are all over there. I've got them all in a little cup. For what, I guess I'm trying to save them. I don't know. So I'm just going to draw this. Oh, I got to match that. And you're just going to match it from the top, since that's your straight point. So just do it that way. Now I'm getting spam text. You guys, this is crazy. I'm just going to move my clippies around with my here. And I'm just drawing on. I'm doing that because I think it's easier just to draw the line and cut from there. You do want to be careful though with your centerpiece, because I noticed that I have just enough. I'll show you. I have just enough here where it starts to dip down. See how there's just enough? You may want to increase the length of your front, your zipper front. You may want to add a 1/2 inch to that. So you may want to make it like 7 inches, 7.5 by 7, just to give you that assurance. That's up to you, but you may want to do that. I may just put that in there, just when I put it in the description, I may go ahead and just make it bigger, because that's real close. So I'm just going to do a simple cut. This, you're not going to see the cutting on here. Get my scissors and just cut this out and make my shape. Oops. We veered off a little bit. I don't know how I got a spam text. I don't know how that happened, because my personal information is not out there. I mean, of course you can always find me. I mean, but I don't know. I know I get spam calls all the time about telling me my loan's ready and my paperwork's all set to go. You just got to give us a call to so we can get your paper signed. I'm like, I've not taken out no loan. You can use them for key fobs. Make some tea. Oh, I'm not a tea drinker. My husband likes tea. He used to drink tea all the time when he was growing up. That's when me and my husband started dating. We were 8. Just right. We might as well say we were 19. I went to his house, his mom and dad's house, and they had dinner at dinner time, and they were drinking tea for dinner. I had never heard of such a thing. We drank milk for dinner. My dad was a milk drinker. I mean, 2% milk. That was my dad. You just could not. Again, he's like my sisters like him. You couldn't, and he had to have a specific brand and everything. But anyway, and they were drinking tea for dinner. I'm like, well, that's weird. They had 6 kids, and drinking. My husband was like, well, we couldn't drink milk because we'd go through a gallon of milk a day just for dinner, because there were 6 kids and 2 adults. Yeah, so I get it. But yeah, that's what he grew up drinking, tea for dinner, because there were so many of them. So many of them. Card slots. Get this done. Now, this is a big piece. This is where I messed up. But it's kind of neat how she does it. So you're going to take your card slot piece. You're going to fold it wrong sides together and then stitch the long edge. You're going to make a sleeve. Let me change my patterns back. If I can get my little back arrow here. Go back. You guys, I'm so glad you're here. I know I've said it before. I don't know my alphabet. I got my patterns in order. Instructions. Yeah, she's got the templates, pieces, and the instructions are 2 separate files, just so you know. Because I know some people don't see that sometimes. All right, so we're going to sew the wrong sides together along the long edge here. And that's a 3/8. She had a 3/8. I'm just going to hold these together. Boom, ba-doom, boom. And then we're going to turn it right side out. Like that. And then you're going to just straighten out your seam the best you can. I'll just use scissors. As long as my scissors aren't open, I'll be good, right? And then you're going to top stitch the top and the bottom. My daughter, she would get spam text from somebody. It'd be funny. They'd be like, how you doing? Me, I just delete it and block it. My daughter's like, oh, I'm fine. I just got the body buried. She'd say some weird, she'd do weird stuff like that. That's what she'd do to these people. That was, she'd get funny texts from. Yeah, I just buried the body. Where do you want me to hide the, shovel or scoopy stuff like that? She'd say all kinds of stuff. And they're like, what? Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. And eventually they would disappear. Yeah, my problem is sugar beverages, Lindiana. So you're gonna top stitch both long edges where you sew the seam together, and at the top where it's got the folded side. So you're gonna do a top stitch on each end. But anyways, I used to drink Mountain Dew all the time. And then when I got the infection in this hand after I had that carpal tunnel surgery and I had an infection in my hand, and there was a whole deal because my blood sugar spiked when they gave me steroids and all kinds of silly stuff. I stopped drinking Mountain Dew then. And I drink Coke. I'm still drinking sugar pop, but there is less sugar. And I don't drink near as much as I used to because I don't drink a lot of Coke because I like it, but I don't like... I don't know. There's a difference, obviously, between the two. And I don't drink as much Coke as I drank when I drank Mountain Dew. Because Mountain Dew, I could just guzzle the stuff. Well, that's not good for blood sugar. Hi, Sabrina. How you doing? Glad you could join us. We are, I don't want to say home stretch, but we're getting there, right? This was supposed to be a 2-hour sew. Of course, I got started late, so we're not there yet. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. So again, we've sewn the wrong sides together. Turn that little tube right side out because this will be in the seams. And then you're going to top stitch each long edge. And then I am going to grab my other lining piece somewhere here in this world of, here it is, fold it up. So this is a full piece, didn't cut in, this is not half. So this is your other side. I'm going to line this right side up. And then you are going to measure 3 inches from the bottom, 3 inches from the top and bottom edges. Oh, wait a minute. Let me say this again. I can't use an erasable pen on this. I don't think it works with Smoothie Smooth. So we will just pretend. So I'm going to measure 3 inches from each end of this piece. You know what? I mean, you're going to stitch on the lines. I'm not going to do it. I need to go get my other ruler. Right. Where is it? Let me get this ruler. I don't know where my, you know, who knows what I do with stuff, guys? Who knows? Who knows? 3 inches from each end. So, let me think how I'm going to do this without writing on this. Maybe if I just do like something like that, make a crease. Because you're going to stitch on those lines. I just need to tape. Good idea. That's a good idea. You know, I do have, my daughter bought this for me. I don't use it very much because I think it's useless sometimes. Now this goofy stuff, it's washi tape, and this goofy stuff has been in my tray forever. There it is. My daughter bought this for me. It's so cute. Cactus washi tape. That's so cute. I will use that because washi tape doesn't really stick real well. I used it for, where's my 1, 2, 3 side? There you go. I used it when I was sewing like pockets onto bags and I didn't want to spend the money on sew tights. I would use this, but this stuff is, I just don't use it. So let's do that. That will be perfect for this use. Thank you so much, Sabrina. I appreciate that idea. And I wonder, once I measure from the other side down, I bet you there's going to be a 1/2 inch difference. I may only have to do 1 piece. So I'm just going to go down the line because I don't know where my longer ruler is. That's a little, it's wide enough. I have a 4.5 by 12.5 inch ruler, but I don't know where it's at because I just used it last night. So of course, who knows what I did with it. This light is glaring on my fabric and I'm having a hard time. All right, there we go. Boom, look at that. I don't know. Chalk, that's a good idea too. But hey, I think we should leave it on there, right? We should have little washi tape of cactuses hidden inside of a bag. That would be a treat, right? Look at that. This is almost exactly 3 inches from here. But you know what I can do? 3. I don't know why I didn't think of chalk. The design feature, exactly. Don't know why I didn't think of chalk. Okay. This is off just a hair. Off just a hair. Oops. Of course it sticks to Smoothie Smooth. All right. So again, we're going 3 inches to 3 inches. Probably should have used chalk because we're fighting with each other. Boom. And you're going to place this 1.5 inches down from the top edge. Boom, boom, boom. And then since it's going in your seams, you don't have to worry about centering it. You just want to make sure of course, it goes to the seams. So you're going 1.5 inches down like that, and then you are going to stitch. Fold the card pocket piece so that the bottom edge goes towards the top. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Place the card pocket piece right side up from one of the main pieces from the top edge. Clip it into place. Top stitch on the lines you drew on the card pocket. So we're going to top stitch on that 3 inches down from each side. Of course, I need some tape on the sides to hold it still, since this will be in the seam allowance. So we'll throw a little bit of tape here to hold it still, because it's so smooth, it will move. Just saying. I think I'm tired and slap happy. All right, back to my 1.5 inches, because I lost it. Now you will notice that it will go over a little bit on your edges. You just got to trim that off round, because you've got that cute little round shape. So again, we're going to stitch 3 inches in on both sides. So you're going to go 3 inches here, stitch, 3 inches here, stitch. So you'll have like a sous double stitch, more or less. All right. Let's see. So we're going to do that. Stitch. Just hold it and go. And the card slots are like, you can put your cards in, vertically versus horizontally. And this gives you 8 card slots. It's really kind of neat how she has you do it, honestly. It's actually very simple. It's not overly complicated. First time I did card slots on a wallet, oh, that was crazy. I'm like, I don't know, I can't do this. I had to watch the video several times to understand. It was the Hold It Right There patterns. It was her wallet. That's one of her wallets that she has. I mean, it was crazy. I'm like, I don't understand this. And then the thickness. All right, so let me just get this washi tape off real quick. I could left it on. No, I'm not leaving. I wasn't going to leave it on there. Although it's so darn cute, because it has cactuses on it. All right. If I hadn't broke my fingernail when I was doing bobbins, I could have been able to peel this off. I'll have to clip my fingernails down too. They're getting all messed up. Try to keep my fingernails long for when I have my shows, because I have green nail polish I wear to my craft shows. What good it does. It doesn't give me any sales. It's fine. I might do something different next year. All right, so here you go. So this is what you got. And then you're going to take this. You're going to take this piece and you're going to fold it up towards the top like that. Okay? And then you're going to do a top stitch along this folded edge here, like that. So you're going to top stitch that. That holds it up in place. And then you're going to mark where you're going to put your card slots. Your separation of your card slots. Kind of a neat, like I said, it's a really neat idea to do some card slots. But yeah, there's another pattern that Hallel Phoebe has on her site. It's a really cute bag. And if Lindiana doesn't stop giving me bag pattern, more bag patterns to buy, I might be able to afford it. Right? Okay. I'm going to trim off the little excess because you're going to do your measurements on here. And I want to make sure I have it accurate when I do this. I don't want that overage to mess my measurements. Ooh, that's some thickness. Just be careful when you do this. Obviously, if it's really, really thick and your machine can't handle it, you want to maybe keep, if you use like cotton or something, make sure you keep interfacing out. Of course, with the smoothy smooth, you can't like leave it out, but the machine can handle it. The machine can handle it. Okay. So you're going to get your center. I forgot to do my center before I even sewed all this stuff on. So I'm going to get my bag, my pocket, my lining center. And then guys, once we get this done, you know what time it is. It's time to put it together. And it is put together like a pouch. Yes, it is. There we go. All right, so I got my center. I need my long ruler. Oh my gosh. Oh. I don't know why I didn't grab it to begin with. Sorry for keep getting up and down. All right. So I'm going to have my center. And I'm going to get my chalk. It's in here somewhere. See, I even have it handy. Okay. So I'm going to find my center of here. So there's my center. So I've got my center marked, and you're going to go over 2 3/4 inches from the center over on each side, and then after that, then you're going to go 2 3/4 inches from that line over to make the other pocket, and that gives you your pockets, and that's where you're going to stitch. And this is a 2.5 inch ruler, but I can use this because I'm just sewing on the pockets. On the pockets. So we're going to go 2 3/4 inches over. So I've got it on my center line. I'm going to make boom, boom, and then go 2 3/4 inches from that line and make another line. And then you're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. I'm going to flip it this way. So I can, I got to keep my ruler the right way. If I put it backwards, I will get really confused because I'm not. There. 2 3/4. There. So I hope you can see very faintly the lines. So you're going to stitch on all those lines, and that will give you your card slots. Just, of course, make sure when you start your stitching, make sure you start it right there so you don't have like that overage. I start it just above that line, just above the pocket, the top of the pocket. All right, I am going to back stitch. I'm going to go 2 stitches and then back stitch 2, just for that security reasons. And then just go down. And when you get to the bottom, be careful. You don't go over. I'm just going to do 1 little back stitch on that. I'm just going to cut it, and then I'll clean up those threads here in a little bit. So there's that one. And then I'm just going to keep going and get these all sewn up. Make sure my needle's not too far off. There we go. Just make sure your pocket stays up. It would be smart if you sew from the bottom up. That way you push in the pockets upwards, but I was not thinking. I'll clean up those threads here in a second. Alrighty. I'm going to run the lighter on the front threads. I'm not going to cut this too short on the back. I'm just going to kind of run a lighter on some of these threads here just to clean those up a little bit. Alright. I got threads everywhere. I got to watch my threads because that goofy doll gets back here and she's picking up threads off the floor. She must think it's a piece of cheese or something. I don't know. I got one thread that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's your pockets. The new one, the Leora. Yes, that's the one I was talking about, Lindiana. That is a cute little bag. I really like it. But you already got me buying the other ones. I'll have to wait and see what the other patterns are that you talked about. Those other ones that you showed were talking about. I will have to see. All right. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, or ladies, to put it together. Since we're not doing any piping or anything like that. Oh, my gosh. I forgot something. And I forgot. Oh, Toni Lorene. Yeah. Yeah, I know I won't talk about how much I spend on patterns. The sad thing is my husband sees my stack and my files of patterns, so he's probably got a good idea, but he don't really say a whole lot. Give me 2 seconds, please. I really wasn't as prepared as I thought I was I? Oh. Oh, I was all excited. All excited. Where's my cutout thing? There it is. Zipper pocket pieces, 7.5 by 9 inches. I need 2 of those. Give me a quick second. Give me a quick second. We're going to cut it out. I'm going to use my shaky little table. And we're going to do this fast. Like I sew a bag fast, right? Seven and a half by 9. I gotta remember that. 7.5 by 9. I'm gonna cut it like this, and then I'm just gonna shape it out. 7.5 by 9. 7.5 by 9. I'm going to overcut 7.5 by 9. I gotta sing the song of measurements because I'll forget. I mean, obviously, because I forgot to cut the piece out for the pocket lining. Doing a very sloppy cut. I'm doing a very a waist. I am wasting. All right, 7.5. Let's see, where's my 9? There's my 9. Let's trim it down to the 9. Okay. Now let's get my 7.5. Again, I don't recommend cutting like this, but this is just a quick cut. Quick cut. My 7.5, there we go. I can't get it to line up. There we go. Got it. Got it. Up and down. Getting my exercise in. Really? See, I missed it. I have to watch that tonight when I go to bed. I'll go to sleep playing Siah's video. The one her live show I missed, probably. All right. Get the zipper. Get my zipper. Get my zipper. I'm gonna measure me out a zipper. Of course, she gives you measurements, but I kind of gotten to where is my there? I was looking for my zipper scissors. I've kind of gotten to that same habit that Siah has, and probably most everybody else. You just measure and cut, unless you're you want to be exact. But I always like a little extra. All right. So let's get the zip. Let's get the tape on. Oh, Sabrina, honestly, I think that's what gets me through the day. Really, truly. Obviously, my brain's not here, especially since I've been working a lot of overtime this week. I don't know. What'll happen? I'll go to bed, and then my husband wants to watch a show, because we're still, we're watching our NCIS every night, and I'll fall asleep halfway through it. I mean, I will zonk halfway through it. And since we've watched the episodes 50 times already, we just watched all the reruns. Because we're still not to the point where DeNozo leaves, and that's when he stops watching it. He won't watch it past that. But anyway. So, yeah, I know. I'll go up there and... I got to put my zipper pull. I need another zipper pull. Are you serious right now, Toni? I'm going to use this, and I'll go get the other one in a minute. All right. That's not very... That is not high enough. I need to do this a different way. I'll put my zipper pull on as soon as I get this on. I don't like that bunchiness. Let's see. Where's the zipper? There we go. That looks perfect. Okay. I got to make sure. So now my bag's going to be like this. So I want to make sure when it's zipped shut, it's shut up here at the top. So I'm going to put my zipper pull right here on this side. Bottom up. Bottoms up. Make sure I put it on the right way. These are cute zipper pulls. I really like them. I'm always trying to look for different zipper pulls. Jeannie's got a few different ones. Or Jeannie. I don't know why I do that. Barb has cute ones. When I ordered the 7.5-inch frames to make the wallet from Sew Yours, I grabbed a couple zipper pulls. And I got a cute sticker to go with it. That's why I keep saying hold, please. Because that's the sticker I got from... Oh, I'm sorry. I missed some comments. Let me look real quick. It is... I mean, I'll be honest. I do work from home. I mean, I think if I had to drive in the traffic here... Oops, what did I do? There we go. I think if I had to drive in the traffic here to get home from work, no. That would be a whole different situation. Because the traffic, I mean, I don't live in California, and I know the traffic is really bad out there. My brother lives in brother lives in Sacramento, so it's not near as, I don't think it's near as bad there that it is in LA and all that other stuff. But I've never not really been. I'm only California I've been to is when we went to Yuma. My husband and I went to Yuma. We drove over, went to one of the cactus places, national parks. But that's only California I've been to. But anyway, traffic. Ugh. Next week, I'm going in the office next week. And it's been the first time I'll be in the office in years. Literally. In years. So I'm going to do my bottom part of my pocket first. And I did it the wrong side because I'm goofy and I'm talking. I need to put it face up. Wrong sides together, right side up. But anyway, one of the ladies that I've worked with for years is retiring. Bless her heart. She's so fortunate to retire. No, she's a cancer survivor. And the hours and the stress is too much after she's gone through all that. So I don't blame her, honestly. I'm just going to miss her. She's a sweetheart. Good soul. But anyways, so we're going in the office next week so we can say goodbye. Celebrate Rhonda's retirement. At the same time, her youngest is getting married. So I think that's probably why she picked October 1st, so she can have the 2 weeks before her daughter gets married. All right, let's get... Toni, what are you doing? I don't know what I'm doing. You're an hour and a half away? Okay. Yeah, oh, 12 years, Lindiana, well, I mean, if you pay attention to my YouTube page, I just turned 60. Technically, I should retire in 7, but I know I won't. Unless my YouTube page takes off. I'm just joking. No, I will probably have to work until I can qualify for some, like, Social Security or Medicare or something. I think I am tired, guys. I keep messing up on this pocket. I can't get this tape off. And it's 9:30. I want this bag done tonight. Okay, I'm done fighting. I'm just going to have to tape. I apologize, who's ever's watching. If you don't know me, I'm really not this ditzy. Oh, so you're a lot younger. Well, they're a little younger than me. 10. Oh, your birthday's on my son's birthday. Oh, we're gonna put the pocket this way. This is where I started messing up. So line your pocket up. My son's birthday's the 11th, October 11th. I wanted him born in September. Not like I had a choice in the matter. But he chose to be born in October 11th. But anyways, I was hoping for him to be born in September because my birthday's in June, my daughter's in July, and my husband's in August. And then September's a free month, and then my son's October. He had to be different. But yeah, I got this goofy tape on the back side of this. I don't know. It is going to get stuck as I go through this. Hold on. I'm trying to find something that I can put. This will work. That's not going to work. We'll just have to go with it, guys. We'll just go with it. I need to increase my stitch length. I think my daughter just came home. All right. So let's get this done. This is going to probably want to stick. There we go. It's not going to stick as bad as I thought it was going to, so that's good. I really did. I really thought, man, we're almost done. I always think that until I remember I forgot something, right? My daughter doesn't know I'm doing a live, so she'll probably come down here and start talking. And then realize I'm on a live and be afraid that she's going to be on the thing. I put my little things up so my husband, if he came down, he doesn't get picked up on the camera. He's like, you better make sure I'm not seeing, because there's a big gap right in front of me. And he's like, you better make sure people don't see me as I walk by here. I'm like, they're not going to see you. Oh. All right. He's goofy. All right. Well, that tape's going to come in handy when I fold this down. So let's fold that down. Stick that down. That'll work. All right. I don't know. I just did with my there it is. My 1/8 inch was missing, I thought. Oh, is Diane on here? Did I miss Diane? Oh, Diane, she's packing. You said you're going to be there. Yeah, you're there both days, aren't you, Diane? Busy packing. Yeah. I just have an 1.5 hour drive. I just have to get up real early Saturday because it's an 1.5 hour drive, and it should only take me an 1.5 hours to get there. Because it'll be a Saturday morning. I shouldn't have to worry about traffic because I have to drive up 75 until I get to outside of Dayton, and then I get on 675. And I'm not familiar with 675 because I don't drive to Dayton. I don't drive to Dayton at all. Let me get my pocket on the right way. But unless I have to, honestly. But 75 on a Saturday morning that early should be fine. So I just have to get up early enough to leave. And I'll probably leave here around 6-ish Saturday morning. To make sure I get there on time. And then I thought if I got there a little early and Carla needed help or something, if she's there that early, you know, I could help, whatever. But yeah, it's I have to say I am very fortunate that I live close enough to be able to attend the swag dash, the second swag dash. Honestly, maybe when they do the Kentucky dash, I can do that one too, right? Depends on where in Kentucky they have it. If she has when she has her Kentucky dash, because I'm like in northern Kentucky, so my anywhere else in Kentucky, like I mean south of me is easy to get to because it's 75, and the southern border from where I'm at is roughly 4 hours away to get to Tennessee. But if it's like east of me, like out towards Paducah, you know, the quilting plate, you know, big Paducah, Kentucky, that is a few, I don't know, I forgot how far Paducah is from me. It's like probably a little over 4, I think. But all right, let's sew this pocket up. It's kind of a big pocket. If you don't like such a big pocket, you could always trim it down, but I might cut a little bit of depth out of that. It might be a little, I think it might be a little too long, honestly. I think I'm going to go there. I think that's plenty deep enough. But yeah, there's, whoa! Sorry about that. Oh yeah, we need to figure out the Kentucky Dash. No, I will not be spending the night. Oh, hubby's and the dogs. Wow. Oh, that's right. You are Illinois, right? I think you're Illinois. No spending the night. I'm just coming home. I'm not going like to the afterwards. If you like wanted to go out to dinner with him and stuff to do the dinner thing, I'm not doing that because I have to get home. Because Sunday, it's our church anniversary on Sunday, so I will be there for that. I've missed they've been having like church services this week, and I've kind of missed them. Kind of been bad. And I've missed this week because of working late, and oh, I'm using these on my zipper. Oh well, these scissors need sharpened anyways, but I definitely do not want to miss Sunday because of the special. It's a special service. My pastor will have been at that same. He started the church 45 years ago this month, and he's been there ever since. He's partially retiring next year. So anyway, hello, Vanita. Glad you could join me. We are finally in the final stretch because I almost forgot to do my front zipper pocket. So there's cute. So now there you go. So when you hold in your bag like that, you got, this is a cute, actually this would be a cute cell phone pocket. I think it's deep enough. Yeah, it's deep enough to stick your cell phone in there or keys or something. And then you can put your cell phone into the main thing. So, all right. I think we are, my screen went to sleep. We're going to get our zipper really quick like, look at this. Oh, zipper. Gotta have a zipper, right? Man, why isn't that? Get these out of the way so I don't accidentally use them on zippers again. It's not straight. Just going to do my quick little 90-degree turn. I haven't trimmed my zipper down yet, but I will. I promise you I'll get it trimmed. You guys wanted me to finish this up? It is a cute bag, Lindiana. It's a really cute bag. If you guys want to stick with me, I'll hang in there. I mean, I know I told my husband 2 hours, but he knows better. He knows it'll never be. What did I just do with those stick pins that I had? I have stick pins that I use special. There they are. They're bent special for this because I've got them all bent and discombobulated. Yeah, I know what's going to happen when I hit that bed. I am going to literally crash. And I wanted to watch Siah's replay of that. I don't know if I'll buy the bum bag. It's a cute bag. But I don't know if I'll get that one or not. I seen Barbie do that. I didn't watch the video, but I seen that Barbie did one. But I would love to watch the live at least. Because we all love watching people make bags. Bag makers love watch people making bags. Make sure these are even, yeah. Good gravy. I have officially, I think, gone off the rails. Officially gone off the rails. My piece went up just a hair. Ah. Let's see if I can match it because I don't want my thing to be crooked. Right? There we go. Make sure they match because I don't want them to not match. Yep, good deal. Good, good, good. These pens are shot. I'm telling you, they are a hot mess. Can't let that hit the ground. The dog will find it. Okay. So, Diane, what's your husband going to do while you're doing the shows or the swag dash? Well, for the bag, yeah, I'm going for it. I don't care. All right. She gives you some measurements. I had to pick this up off the floor. To put the zipper on, I'm going to put some tape on here. And I got to make my measurements. Where's the measurements? Oh, my zipper tabs. Let's get my zipper tabs. Now, you do have the little zipper end tab to put on. She has you put that on before you put the zipper on. I'm going to sew mine on at the end. And it's just your basic, because it's a finished edge. It's just your basic, fold it over and then close it off. Okay. I know last year when I met Siah and Susan, my husband came with me. That's how Siah remembers me. I'm gonna tell you that's how she remembers who I am. My husband came with me because I was gonna meet two strangers from YouTube. You know, he's like, I don't know. Plus, I was in Springboro and he got worried. You know, it's a whole thing. It's a husband thing, I guess. I don't know. And he was worried, so I'm like, they're fine. I'm not worried about meeting these people. Besides, we're going to be, be at blah, blah, blah. No, I'll go. And he stayed in the car, no lie. And this was in June, beginning of June. And it's hot and muggy here, just like, the Midwest. Sat in that car the whole time I was in there at that, I know, mine is too, Diane. He sits and watches YouTube. That's what he did. Sat and watched YouTube and played games on his phone like a kid. But sat out there that whole time, and Siah's like, why don't you get him some water? I'm like, she goes, he can come in here, because there were other husbands inside, but my husband's not a social butterfly like me. I talk enough for me and him both. That's what I always say. But yeah, he sat out in the car the whole time, and that's how Siah remembers me, because I'm the one with the husband that stayed in the car the whole time. But it's okay. That's fine. I still love him, even though he's not a social butterfly. I might have been, maybe it was part of the mystique when I met him, because he was a quiet person. Quiet. Doesn't talk a lot. That aggravates me sometimes. I'll say something to him. He'll be like, yep. I'm like, that's all you got to say? Well, what do you want me to say? I'm like, I don't know. Just say more, right? I don't know. So you make your marks. I'm going to put my tape right onto the vinyl. That way I know when it starts and stops. And then you also want to mark your, when you put your zipper tape on, you just want to line it up where that line is there. If I can get my, whoop, there you go. I need to trim those little guys off. Well, I'm glad we get to meet Diane. Oh, neither. Well, Diane, if you've never met Siah, I know you've watched them, but if you've never met them, you'll be a social butterfly before the day's out. You will be a social butterfly. They are, no, I'm not lying when I say this, but just the way you see them on YouTube, That is not an act. That is not, that is them. They, all right, we're going to baste it on. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to just baste it on. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this sewn on. We're going to go ahead and just make a sandwich and be done with it. So I'm going to clip this side on though. But yeah, they're great people. I think that's what makes the channel and that she just goes and meets people. I don't know. They're just great people. Oh, good night, Jacqueline. Kids. Oh no, you're falling asleep. Falling asleep. That's I'm just kidding. Okay, so Magical in Tennessee. I wanted to go to that. I never did make it, and then she stopped doing So Magical. But you know, Diane, quite honestly, you'd be surprised. I bet you she probably, once she sees you, she will remember you. All right, so we're getting this on here. And again, this is just like sewing a pouch, honestly. I got to remember to put these guys on. So I'm going to set these here. I forgot on my last one, and I had to like unstitch the side of my bag to add those on. So I'm stitching this on. I am actually doing a 3/8. I think she's got you doing 1/4 of an inch, but I'm doing 3/8 because I'm finding, honestly, let's get this out of the way. Just make sure my zipper is out of the way. I'm finding a 3/8 inch is a little bit better. It makes my zipper look a little better, honestly. Oh, I wish I could pick things up. There we go. Keep those in front of me so I don't forget to stitch them on, because I got to stitch those on real quick. But all right, so let's get these guys on, and they just go on the side of your bag. You just stitch them right there on the inside. She does give you a little bit of a measurement. Right below, but I'm going to kind of do, I think it's, let's get that ruler here. There we go. So I'm going to stitch this on real quick. Do I still have a few people out there? I'll hang on until I see a 0. Ah, it slipped. That's nice. There we go. I will hang until I see a 0, and then I'll stop. Well, I'll finish, even if I see a 0, because that way when it posts, anybody can rewatch it, right? My threads are too short. Ugh. I can't get a hold of my threads to pull them. Sorry, I gotta have my threads longer. I'm gonna lose them. All right, let's stitch this other one real quick. It's about a 1/2 inch from the 1/2 inch from the where your lining is sewn on. She has you do this before you put the lining on, but because I'm me and you know I don't pay attention to things. There we go. And just be careful. I mean, if you want to do different connector pieces because of bulk, because again, this is that faux reel, so it's kind of thick, especially folded. You may want to use something different for your connector pieces to hold your connectors on. So there you go. All right. Guess what, guys? We're going to... Now, you are not to top stitch this yet. She has you top stitch this at the end, but that's for, you know, the reasons of to make it look right when you put it together, because you've got that. You don't want to top stitch like this end right here yet. So she just has you do it at the end, which is fine. So we're going to go ahead and do the other side. I'm going to go ahead and cut my zipper now because I have an idea of how far I want it to stick out. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. That's going to probably get trimmed to even a little shorter, but that's out of the way. All right. Here's my back. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, exactly. Exactly, as long as you are consistent. All right, now you're going to do your measurements on this side, but you're going to do them opposite because obviously it's going to be opposite of this bag. Seriously, this gives me a Western vibe. Just, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. All right, 1 inch in on, oh, this needs to be the 1.25 inch side. This needs to be the 1 inch side. And then let me throw some tape on. Uh-oh. Mutt's coming. No, she's not a mutt. Boom. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to sandwich it together. That way, so just line it back up. Just when you line it on there, make sure your bag lines up too, because sometimes it can get off a little bit. So I'm just making sure my bag is straight too. I'm going to clip this to hold it so it doesn't shift right now when I put this on. And then make sure your zipper tail goes down at that mark there so it doesn't get caught up in it, because that is part of the end of the construction of the bag. I can't, let me just put a clip there to hold it as it turns. All right. So now I'm going to get the lining and we're going to sandwich it this way with the lining. I'm going to flip it. Hey, she's not gone out, Cassie. Oh, okay. I'm just saying, we tried to get her to go out earlier and she refused to go outside. So your dad just took her upstairs. All right, so we're just going to get this on. This lining is kind of puckered up, so it's kind of making it difficult. All righty. One more clip. One more. Oh, that's the truth. All right. So let's get this sewn on. Like I say, again, I'm using a 3/8. Just be careful with that because it's my I should probably use double-sided tape. Oh, I'm losing my 3/8. Probably should have used double-sided tape on this because it's wanting to shift. My smoothie smooth wants to. Plus with that, because of that bulk of this here, because it's not top stitched yet. I just got to go a little slower to make sure I'm not losing my lining into the zipper. And I gotta make sure my zipper didn't flip up at the back too and get caught in the thing. Oh, I held it down good. Okay. So see how the zipper, I've got that held down there so it doesn't. So there we go. So there's my lining. And there is my thing. And now we're just going to put the pieces right sides together and stitch it up. She does have you do the opening in the side. So whatever is best for you as far as the or if you rather want to have it at the bottom or the side. I like the side because it's straight, where you have here, you've got that curve. So we're going to stitch it up here. We're just going to leave, I'm just going to make a quick mark. Make sure when you do this, your little your zipper tail is out of the way, and you match up your lining pieces here at the top like that. Seam allowance goes down towards the lining or into the lining. That. Make sure, there we go. Well, I've got clips over here. I've got clips all the way back here. There we go. So I'm gonna make a mark. This is where it's, and it turns where the card slots are. Oh, I forgot the base of my card slots, but that's okay. It's fine. Yeah. Let me do this. I'm going to do my opening here to here. Well, that's not very big, is it? Let's do here. I need it big enough to where I can get this piece through. So I'm going to do my opening there. I'm going to stitch. I'm going to do my opening a little lower because since I forgot to baste my card slots, so I'm going to make sure my card slots are tacked into place in the spot so that when I do the leave that opening, it doesn't affect my top of my card slots. Yeah, I will let you know when I do my next one. That's the Primavera by Shambhala. I've already got it cut. I got it fused today at lunchtime, so that's ready to go. And it looks like a simple bag. I might do a couple things ahead of time on it, like you know, Lindiana, I hear that all the time. And I even, when I got my new hair dryer not too long ago, I brought my old one down here, and it's sitting over here in my little tray thing. But I have to get up. I gotta plug it in. I gotta be, you know, not lazy. What is our seam allowance? I think it's 1/4 of an inch. Nope. 3/8 of an inch. And then when you go to your lining, you want to narrow in your lining just a little bit. So let's start a little over the 3/8 in the lining. Let's get up here. Oh, I got to be careful in the lining because of that pocket. I don't want to go too far in. So you don't, let's see. So one, that's not, I got to make sure we've got enough room for a card slot. So there's 2, 1, 2. And 3/4. So yeah, we're gonna have to keep it at 1/4 of an inch on the lining, or you lose your card slot, your end card slot. So you gotta be careful. All right, my tablet's in the way. I gotta move that. There we go. All right, guys, make room for the bag. Over that again, just so just be careful when you go around that edge. Oops, make sure you take the clips out. Just make sure you get your curve in your bag. That's what I think is a cute part about this bag, was this little shape. There we go. And I was worried about this pocket flopping, but because it's like really close to the seam, it doesn't flop. And I think if there was more room and it was a bigger, I think it would be floppy pocket, but oh, my stuff is in the way. Oops, I just turned my light out. I need to take my sweater off. Oops, that's getting a little too narrow. I need to take my sweater off. I'm getting warm. That's unusual. Running the little space here in my bedroom yesterday. My daughter walks in and she's like, "You're killing me." She told me I need a blood transfusion because I'm so cold all the time. I think I got my blood pressure, I think, is always low. Just making sure there's still meat, that they're not coming on. Let's see, what do we got left? Okay, so just like I say, just keep it at 1/4 on the lining. Do not increase your lining, or you lose your card slots on the end. But I'm going to increase it just a tad bit at the bottom, only to make sure that it fits when it lays down in the bottom of the bag. It fits snugly. So I'm just doing a 3/8 on the bottom when I get below the card slots. Alrighty. Of course, trim down your seams. You really don't need to on the main lining, because I don't want to trim that part there. I want to trim here because it's a 1/4 of an inch. Unless you want to go down to 1/8. I think I will at the bottom, it's just so that curve fits better when it's turned out. But I'm mainly doing it right here at the bottom of this curve. I'm going to get my pinking shears and just shear around the corners so they lay better. And I mean, honestly, all I'm doing is just cutting the little triangles out with the pinking shears is all I'm doing. Make sure I'm not missing. Glad you didn't leave it plugged in, Miles. Oh, eek. My one upstairs in my bathroom, it does stay plugged in during the day, but to be honest with you, since I'm right there, I work in my desk for work is in my bedroom. I work out of there. So I'm in that bathroom all day long. Well, not all day long. You know what I mean. In and out. So I can keep an eye out on that stuff. So I got a good eye out on that. But yeah, other than that, I don't know if I left myself a big enough hole. That's too small. There's no way I'll get that bag in that tiny little hole. What was I thinking? And you know what I did too? All right. Toni is going to have to make that hole just a little bit bigger. That's insane. What was I thinking? All right. All right. I got to make that hole bigger. That's still not very much bigger, but we'll make it work now at this point, right? We can't can't quit now, right? We're this far. We are this far into it. But we're actually going to get a bag done, right? That's the exciting part. That is the exciting part. All right, we're going to make it work here. But Toni's got to unzip it too. There we go. All right, we're going to make this bag fit through that tiny little hole. I can just get, there we go. I'm gonna have to get the Voltaren out when I get done with this, right? Oh. Speaking of, I gotta go get my medicine tomorrow night at the pharmacy. I'll get it. Vitamins? Are you just taking a multivitamin, Lindiana? I freeze. I mean, this little sweater there, I sleep in sweaters sometimes. I'm so darn cold. And my husband is so opposite of me. I mean, I didn't used to be this cold. I mean, I can say that when I was younger, I never like sweat. I was never a sweater, I guess you could say. I mean, I go outside, and now that's even worse. I like, one year we went to, when we were in Utah last year. Was it last year? I think it was. We went to, I'm going to get this bag out this hole. I'm telling you what, we're going to fight until it's through here. I went to Goblin Valley, and it was one of the hottest, it was 100 degrees that day. And I went down there into the valley where the little goblins are. And Toni's going to have to cut this open. Anyways, I got to make this hole bigger. I was going to make it work, but, you know, we don't got time for Toni to sit here and play around. 100 degrees. I didn't break a sweat. Of course, yes, it was a dry heat. Utah's got dry heat, too. And, but I just don't. And like I say, I freeze all the time. All right. That can be fixed. D2 and K3 and selenium. Vitamin D2 and I take a vitamin. I take a vitamin D supplement. I have to take a prescription vitamin D supplement because my vitamin D level's so low because I need to live in Arizona. Just saying. That's what I tell my husband. I need to be in Arizona. He's like, we get sun here. You can go outside here. No, it's not the same. Oh no. Come on, Toni. You can do this. I can do this. I always say when I have a hard time turning a bag like this, like I say, I get to the point sometimes and I'm like, I think we're going to have an emergency C-section. My daughter hates that when I say that. It's like, we need an emergency C-section. I can't get this bag. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Woo! I should have put a turned and burned tag on this one, shouldn't have I can put it right here in this little hole. It is getting a turned and burned tag. I'm not gonna lie. I will do that after. I will stitch that side up later. All right. Your okay, Hashimoto's. Oh, I've heard of that. My mom has I'm gonna say a goiter because most people when you hear goiter, it's not like visible goiter on her thyroid, but yeah, she's been on Synthroid years ago. They tried to tell me I had thyroid problems, but I don't, because they did put me on Synthroid years ago, but it didn't really do anything. I think the doctor was just goofy, honestly. Probably the same doctors my sister has. Goofy doctors. So we're just poking out our corners, making sure they look good. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty again. I love it. And then that pretty turquoise. This does. And I didn't really think about it. Now that I look at it, it reminds me of a Western bag. And then you've got a little turquoise. I love it. Let's get my zipper pull. I got to go grab me another zipper pull because I forgot. I need to go get me another one. I'm real fast. Oh, I think that's all I've done through this whole video is jump up and down. I'll get one that matches the zipper in the front. We'll have matching zipper pulls. The ones I got from Barbie. They're so cute. Like a little teardrop with the oval. All right, let's throw this down in here. Now you do top stitch. At this point is when you top stitch the bag. But I'll have to work it and stuff right now. And again, it's late, so I'm not going to do it. We'll zip it up. And I can always top stitch it. And then when I get it top stitched and all that fun stuff, I'll put a picture on my Facebook page. So if you're not if you're not joined on my Facebook, it's Quilted Cactus on Facebook. I'll throw a picture of it when I get done with it. But we'll get it zipped up so you can see what it looks like. Let me grab my... All right. Let me look at my... Which side is over? Okay. I need to singe my... Yes, I do. I'm always sticking things like that in my... I'm always putting zippers and clippies in my mouth. And that's probably not a great idea. Probably. 10:13. Another 2-hour video, right? It's gonna be hard to put on because my end of my zippers. Oh, I did it. I think I did it. Woohoo! Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that? Again, it's still got to get top stitched. And I got to sew that little side up. But look at that. Isn't that so cute? Thank you, Delphina. Thank you so much. Yes, please click my like. And if you're on a subscriber, if you're watching this and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my page. I would really appreciate it. Let's get my little... So again, there's a chain strap somewhere. Don't know what I did with it. Sorry. I have a chain strap somewhere. It's a small chain strap. It's the one I got from Sally Tomato. I much prefer the chunky ones that Siah sells for this bag, which I could always go and order one later. But this is the wristlet strap. You just, there we go. And then you can just carry it like that. Or, you know, you've got your wristlet strap. And again, you've got this great cell phone. If my cell phone wasn't recording right now, I would show you the cell phone. I mean, this is my hand here. So it's good cell phone pocket. I made it. Whoop. That doesn't matter. It's going to have to come off anyways. I made it so you've got a cash pocket here, coin pocket here, and it's just big enough. I mean, you could put actually a lot of coins in here. It's a nice little coin pocket or some other stuff. And then you've got your 8 card slots. I use my little $5 Ace gift card that I've never used because I don't, there's an Ace down the street, but I don't really go to Ace, but there, see, it fits. I check in the sides. It fits really good on the sides. Yeah, and it, like I said, it's vertical, so it's nice and tight. See, there's the card. I think it holds the cards in well. So you can put 8 cards in this little bag. And you got plenty of room to put all your essentials in there. That's such a cute bag. So there you go, guys. This is the Everly bag. And again, I chose this bag because I have a niece named Everly. I thought actually she's a great niece. When my niece picked that name when she was born, I thought it was a strange name, but it is a very cute name. So my niece Everly, that's why I picked this bag. And Hallel Patterns, I have the link in the description. This is all Tulip Bee Faux Real. This is all Tulip Bee Faux Real. Not lined, interfaced. You don't have to do any of that. And then using the Smoothie Smooth, you don't need to interface. I mean, quick cut. It is quicker so. I mean, if I didn't talk half the time. But I will put the measurements of my pocket. Oops, the pocket change that I did. I will put the measurements of the pieces in my oh, I need to remove a dead tree out in the front yard. Not a big tree, a bush, I should say. But anyways, link Tulip Bees. I did put her website, but it's tulipbee.com. Go get you some Tulip Bee. I love it. The pattern link, again, it's a free pattern, but she does ask if you want to donate to her. She would appreciate it. And she's got other cute purses in there too. So I want to get her newer purse and make that as well. So thank you, Phoebe, for allowing me to do this. And everybody, go get one and check out her other patterns that she's got. She's got like 5 or 6 patterns out there. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking with me, ladies. Lydiana, Delphina, Diane. I know Jacqueline had to go because it was late for her, but glad she came. Appreciate how long she stayed with me. So everybody have a great evening. And I will let you know when my next live is. It'll be sometime next week. So appreciate you. Have a good evening. Bye. Good night, Diane. I'll see you Saturday. Bye.